Good morning, cadets. Let us discuss this poem, A House, a Home. This is the first poem in the first unit of your main course book, Honeysuckle. And this poem, A House, a Home, is written by Lauren Yum Hurley. Lauren Yum Hurley. You see here the picture of a house. And what do we see in this picture? We see in this house, here we see chimney. Can you see a chimney here? So here in this house we can see chimney. Then here, these are all eaves. What are these? These are all eaves. That also we can see here. Eaves. So this is a chimney where the smoke comes out. We can see windows. We can see doors to the house. Then there's a roof. Inside the house, there'll be tiled floor. Here the poet is talking about a house. What is it? How, what do you think about the house? When you think about the house, you think about what? You think about the structure, or you think about the family. When you think about home, you think about a family. But when you think about a house, you think about physical structure. So here is a house, and in front of the house we can see the family. So you can say home. So the when you say about home, you say with pride. But here you can see just a physical structure, whereas here you can see the family. So the moment you think about your family, you think about your home. And it's a beautiful poem which we are going to study in detail. So what is the title of this poem? A House, a Home. Who has written this poem? Lauren Yum Hurley. So remember the titles of the poems and remember the poet. And what is his name? Lauren Yum Hurley. Now let us see the summary because we have studied this poem, and let's remember the important aspects of this poem. Now, first thing, remember that a house and a home are not the same thing. How we talk about our country and nation. When we talk about country, we talk about its borders. But when we talk about nation, we try to talk about the harmonious unity among people there. They break the barriers of language. They break all those geographical regional barriers. And in the case of house, we talk about structure, whereas when we talk about home, it is a very emotional, very emotive word. So they are not the same thing. They differ in many ways. They differ in many ways. In what way they differ? A house is just a set of, what is it? It's a set of rooms made of brick and stone, wood and glass. So what, when the poet is talking about, he says that house is made of brick, stone and wood. He talks about the windows also, so glass windows. So house is just made up of that. So he's talking about physical structure. It has an open ground. He says that there's a yard. So it has an open ground. The floors, they are tiled ones. Then there's cement. Yes, plaster on the walls, stucco, cement, plaster on the walls. Then there are windows, there are doors. But it's all lifeless structure. It's all lifeless. Whereas home is a living unit. It means a family, a set of members. It has parents and children. So your brothers and sisters, father and mother, they are bonded with ties of love and respect. They have attachment. They are bonded. They have bonds with each other. They take care of each other. They share each other's joys and sorrows. So sharing is caring. They take care of each other. So give and take relationship. Sharing is there. Whatever they have, they share. They shower love on their children. They work selflessly and cooperate to meet their basic needs. So now let's see this poem in detail. Once again, we'll just see this poem in detail. So the first stanza, in the case of, remember, when you are reading a lesson, we refer, yes, to those passages as paragraphs. But in the case of poem, we call them as stanzas. Now here, what is a house? And what is the title of a poem? It is a house, a home. It's a brick and stone and wood that's hard. So here the poet says, a house is made of brick, stone, and hard wood. Or you can just say wood. You can say that a house is made of brick, stone, and wood. Some window glass and perhaps a yard. Some of these houses have windows or window glasses or windows. And some of them also have a yard. And what is yard? Yard is a open space. So there is an open space in front of the house, or there may be backyard. There may be open space behind the house. Perhaps a yard. It's eaves and chimneys. And what are these eaves? Eaves are the overhanging of the roof. So a house has a roof and overhanging of the roof. Can you see here? Here this one is overhanging of the roof is eaves. So overhanging of the roofs is called eaves. And chimneys. So this way from where the smoke will come out. That is a chimney. So it's eaves and chimneys. So he's talking about the physical structure and tile floors. So floors will have tiles, and the house has a not only roof, it has tile floors and stucco. So there is a plaster, cement plaster, and roof, and lots of doors. So house has windows, house has doors. So there is a roof, there is a floor. The yes, that house has chimneys. Yes, and sometimes a backyard, sometimes, yes, in the open also, in the front, there'll be yard, there'll be open space. So when we talk about house, we talk about physical structure of the house. So what is a house made of? A house is made of brick, stone, and wood. What do the house have? A house has windows and doors, eaves and chimneys, roof and floors. So when he's referring to plaster, stucco, yes, plaster, yes, he's referring to the plastered walls. So what is house made of? A house is made of brick, stone, and wood. A house has doors and windows, floors and roof, eaves and chimneys. Okay, so let's move on to the next stanza. That is, we'll go to the second stanza. And in the second stanza, is about what? It is about a home. So just let's read the explanation of the first stanza. In this stanza, the poet is explaining the ingredients or materials. So what are the ingredients? The materials which are used to make a house. So at the beginning in the first stanza, poet says that a house is made of brick, stone, and wood. So he's talking about the materials that are used to make a house. And what are those materials? Those materials are bricks, stone, and wood that make a house. It also has window glasses or open space corridors. That's a passage. But here he talks about open space in front and back of the house. So sometimes this yard will be in front of the house, and sometimes in the case of few houses, it will be even in the back. So we call it as a backyard. Okay. So yard. So open space either in front of the house or behind the house. So tiles of the floor. So there are tiles of the floor. Then there are no. The poet talks about fine paints, roof, and elevations of the roof. So what is hanging, overhanging there? No, he talks about eaves and many doors that give it a perfect look of a house. Uh, Thus, a house is completely non-living thing, or we talk about a physical structure of the house. So when we talk about the house, we talk about the things, the materials that are used to make a house. So how the house looks. So what are the things that are there in the house? There are doors and windows, floors, and yes, roof. Okay, now let's go to the second part of this poem, second stanza of this poem, where the poet talks about home. What is a home? And this is a very important stanza. What is a home? When you think about a home, what picture comes in your mind? Is it your house that comes in your mind, or your mummy, your papa? So what comes in your mind is your family, your brother, sister. You think about all of them. So you can see that happiness that will reflect on your face when you think about your parents. Yes, when you think about your parents. So can you see here? In front of the house, there is a family. And when you think about your house, it's a my home, you say. It's a my home when you say it's your loving family about what you are talking about. So what is a home? It's a loving and family and doing for others. So what is a home? A home. Whenever we are referring to home, we are referring to our loving family. So home means what? Love and family. Everybody in the family is ready to shower love on you, is ready to shower affection on you. So it's a loving family wherein everybody is trying to do something for others. Everybody is selfless there and they want to help others. So doing for others. So who all are there in the family? There are brothers, sisters, fathers, and mothers. So that is how this family becomes. So the members of the family are father, mother, brother, and sister. It's a unselfish acts and kindly sharing. And what is reflected there? There, what is reflected? Unselfish act. They are selfless. They are not selfish. They are not thinking about themselves. Their unselfish act, that's what we see. And they are trying to share with each other. They are very much kind to each other. They are sharing with each other. They, whatever they have got, they are giving to all others. And showing your loved ones you're always caring. And you start loving each other. And how you start loving each other? Because you are taking care of each other. By your unselfish act, one can see the love that is reflected on your face, that is there in your heart. So here when you talk about home, it's a very emotive word. It refers to what? It refers to what? It refers to probably our emotions. जब हम मकान के बारे में सोचते हैं तो उसी के बारे में जब सोचते हैं तो हम स्ट्रक्चर के बारे में सोचते हैं। जो मकान जो रहता है वो किससे बना हुआ रहता है? मकान जो बना हुआ रहता है ईट, ब्रिक, स्टोन, पत्थर। सो हाउस इज मेड ऑफ व्हाट? ब्रिक, स्टोन एंड वुड। लकड़ी, वुड, लकड़ी। तो जो मकान बना हुआ रहता है ईट, पत्थर और लकड़ी से बना हुआ रहता है। नाउ हियर इट सेज वुड, दैट्स हार्ड। मजबूत लकड़ी से बना हुआ रहता है। घर में क्या है? मकान में क्या क्या है? विंडोज है, खिड़कियां हैं और उसके आगे यार्ड भी है, आंगन भी है और ईव्स भी है। और ईव्स किसी को बोलेंगे हम जहां यहाँ पे जो रूफ रहता है, रूफ के यहाँ पे जो है जहां से पानी बहता रहता है। सो दोज आर ईव्स। और चिमनी जो है जहां से स्मोक बाहर जाता है, क्या धुआं बाहर जाता है। घर के ऊपर चिमनी भी रहता है, सभी के घर के ऊपर नहीं रहेगा पर कुछ घर के ऊपर चिमनी रहेगा। जो यूज है वो बरसात में जो पानी नीचे गिरना चाहिए, रूफ पे जो पानी गिरता है वो नीचे गिरना चाहिए, इसी के लिए यूज रहता है। और चिमनी से क्या जाता है बाहर? स्मोक जाता है, धुआं जाता है। घर में फ्लोर्स भी है, नीचे क्या है? यस, फर्श है, टाइल्स है, फर्श है। और स्टक्को, जैसे दीवार पे प्लास्टर रहता है उसको स्टक्को बोलते हैं। सो घर में दीवारें भी है। और रूफ, ऊपर का जो पार्ट रहता है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? रूफ बोलते हैं। सो उधर रूफ भी रहता है। एंड लॉट्स ऑफ डोर्स, बहुत से दरवाजे भी रहते हैं। पर घर जब हम बोलते हैं तो इसका मतलब नहीं है सिर्फ स्ट्रक्चर, सिर्फ वस्तुएं। इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब है हमारा परिवार। एक दूसरे को खुशियां देते हैं, एक दूसरे के बारे में सोचते हैं, चिंता करते हैं, निस्वार्थ भाव से हम रहते हैं। घर का अर्थ है लव एंड फैमिली, प्रेम और परिवार। घर का अर्थ क्या है? प्रेम और परिवार। और हम एक दूसरे को जो खुशियां देते हैं, इसी के वास्ते जब भी हम घर के बारे में सोचते हैं, हम हमारे परिवार के बारे में सोचते हैं, भाई बहन के बारे में सोचते हैं, माता पिता के बारे में सोचते हैं और हर एक एक दूसरे की भलाई के लिए सोचते हैं। वो सभी स्वार्थ रहित रहते हैं और इसीलिए स्वार्थ रहित ढंग से वो भी काम करते हैं। अनसेल्फिश एक्ट, स्वार्थ रहित ढंग से वो काम करते रहते हैं। काइंडली शेयरिंग, वो बहुत दयालु रहते हैं, एक दूसरे के बारे में बहुत सोचते हैं, खुशियां एक दूसरे को बांटते हैं, दुख भी एक दूसरे को बांटते हैं। सो शेयरिंग, दे आर शेयरिंग देयर जॉयज एंड सॉरोज, दे आर शेयरिंग देयर जॉयज एंड सॉरोज। सो दे आर ऑलवेज टेकिंग केयर ऑफ ईच अदर, वो प्यार भी प्रकट करते हैं। सो लेट्स गो टू द नाउ हियर लेट्स गो टू some of these words and just. So here the poet has explained the nature of a home and what makes a house a home. Actually, it is the family members, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, who together make a home. Their acts without any selfish, so they are acting without any selfish motive, without any selfish interest. They are concerned about each other. They wish to work for each other's happiness and well-being. So they wish to show love and care towards each other. That is what makes a house, and that's why we call it as a home. I hope you understood. So you can take down this new vocabulary that you are learning, new words that you are learning. New vocabulary means new words: brick, stone, stucco, plaster. So stucco here it is referring to the wall, yard, open space in front of the house or behind the house. unselfish, selfish, not selfish, eaves, overhanging of the roof, and chimney. Chimneys from where smoke will go out. So outlet for smoke. So here chimneys. So outlet for carrying of smoke. So this is a chimney. Can you see here? This is a chimney. Sharing. They are all working together. Yes. They are sharing. That means they are giving each other. Yes, sharing. Stucco is a fine plaster or cement. So here actually it is referring to the wall, cemented wall. So here yard is an open space in front of the house or behind the house, and overhanging edge of a roof. That is what here can you see here. So that is what is eaves. Okay. Ah, right. Now let's go to the exercise which is given there. Working with the poem. So very important exercise. Just you can go through that. A house is made of dash. A house is made of brick and stone. You can write that. A house is made of brick, stone, and wood. You can write like that. So it has window glasses. It has windows, doors, yard, floors, and a roof. So what a house has? So he talks about, yes, what things that are there in the house. A house is made. Actually, a home is made by loving and caring parents and children. So a home is made by loving and caring parents and children. It has members who understand each other. It has members who love each other and take care of each other. So in the case of this, you can write in your own words. Okay. Now complete these sentences about your house and home. My house is a structure of bricks, marbles, and tiles. So you can write in your own words using the ideas or clues that are given in the poem. It has beautiful windows, ventilators, and doors. The best thing about my home is that all the members are very loving and caring. There are no disputes or quarrels among us. So, with this, we have come to the end of the poem. Yes, thank you. Okay, bye.